Hey everyone, this is Robert Mack with Irvine Real Estate Link, and it's the first Monday in December. Beautiful Monday. It rained a little bit this morning, and the sun's coming out. And I want to come to you today with a question that I get from a lot of my buyers right now. And the question is, Robert, if we use you to buy a home, can you ensure us that we're going to get a great deal? And that question is so common. I gotta say, in all the years that I've been selling real estate and working with fantastic buyers, I've never had one person come to me and say, Robert, I want you to help me find a house and I'm willing to pay over what it's worth to get it. So if you're asking me that question, can we get a great deal? You're not alone. Every single person I've ever worked with wants a great deal. Now, a great deal, the only way we can get to a great deal, and I made a note here on what that means, is a great deal cannot happen unless a buyer and a seller reach an agreement based on mutually beneficial terms. Now, it's easy for somebody to go out there and submit low offers on properties and hope to get a good deal, but put yourself in the seller's shoe. Is the seller willing to sell their home at an additional 10 or 15% discount? Now, keep in mind, the market has come down in some areas 20%, in some areas 50 or 60%. Do you think a seller would take an additional discount, or do you think they want to sell their home at market value? So with submitting offers, writing up offers, are you taking into consideration the seller's needs or only your own? Now, there's two types of great deals, what I call it. One is the price. Now, 90% of buyers out there focus on the price. They don't focus on the long term. So can we get a great deal for you? Absolutely. We're going to fight for you and negotiate the best price for you. One that's not only going to be happy on your end, but one that the seller will accept. Now, the second and more important great deal that I'm talking about is the long term. And I made some notes here to talk to you about how you can have a long-term great deal. Starting out, first, you want to work with an amazing lender. There's a lot of lenders out there. There's not that many amazing lenders out there. And when I talk about an amazing lender, let me talk to you about some points that I've written down. Are you working with a lender who's going to educate you on all the different loan programs and help you determine which one's going to work out best for you? That's important. Are you getting the best rate? Again, that falls under the long-term category. Are you focused on getting a house for a certain price, or are you focused on getting a house for a good price but having an amazing interest rate that's going to help you achieve your goals on a month-to-month basis? Because keep in mind, if you have a high interest rate, you're paying a lot more extra each month. So you want to find somebody who's going to give you the most competitive interest rate. Are you getting a good deal on your closing costs? Are you working with lenders that are going to charge you points to do your loan, or are you working with lenders who won't? Talk to your lender, ask him that. Are you working with the seller and having the seller buy down your points? Now, working with the seller, and when I say that, is when you submit an offer, are you asking for the seller to pay some closing cost credits so that you can buy down your interest rate? That's huge. That's a big long-term investment. I personally would rather buy a home for a little bit more and have the seller pay a credit down for me to buy my interest rate down, rather than no credit and pay a little bit less for the property. So I'm more focused on long-term, and that's where the savings come in. Is the lender you are working with available to help you answer any and all of your questions and concerns? Being a first-time home buyer, or just a buyer in general, you're going to have a lot of questions. Are you working with a lender that's knowledgeable, that knows the product, that understands the buyer mentality, and is willing to work overtime to make sure your loan gets funded on time? That's who you want to work with. That's a long-term savings. You may not see it on the financial standpoint, but in terms of how you feel buying your next home, that's a huge deal for many of my clients. A few other small features of working with the MAC team is, are you getting a home inspection? Do you know what you're buying? Are you just buying a home blindly and hoping that it works out? Or are you buying a home and doing an inspection to make sure you know what's going on? Keep in mind, if there's major problems with the home, we can renegotiate the price with the seller again. We can ask for some additional credits to take care of some issues that may be problems for you. Most of my clients are scraping together what they can to buy their first home, so they're not prepared to pay $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 to fix an electrical issue or fix a plumbing issue or major things like that. So do a home inspection. Make sure that's a long-term savings. And finally, are you going to get a home warranty? This is typically a feature that the seller will pay for. Ask the seller to pay for a 1-year, even a 2-year home warranty. That way you feel comfortable knowing that the home that you bought, if anything happens in the future, you're covered. What if the AC goes out, or your water heater goes out, or heating gets messed up? These are features that a typical home warranty will cover, and that's something that you want to make sure you get negotiated on your behalf, and the seller have them pay for it. Now, dealing with buying homes is a huge emotional step, especially for first-time home buyers, and that's why at the Mac team we're very client-oriented. And I made some notes here to go over with you as well. We know that there's going to be a roller coaster of emotions. We know that you're going to have some uncertainty and some doubt and some fear, and we at the Mac team, myself and my team, we always work with our clients on a case-by-case basis, and we make sure we're there for you every step of the way. If you need to contact us, we're always available. If you need to speak with our lender, they're always available. If you want to come in and go over paperwork, we're always here to help you. You're not going to be in this process alone, and that's how we work. And I want to finish this video off by talking about the biggest complaint that the National Association of Realtors has kind of noted in the buyer community. And the biggest complaint that the National Association of Realtors says, based on their clients' poll, is that they're unhappy with the level of communication and customer service that their agent provided them. Nowhere in there does it say they're unhappy with the price they paid for their home. Nowhere in there are they saying that they're unhappy with the fact that they didn't get a good deal. Most clients, especially first-time home buyers, want a great agent working on their behalf, negotiating the best price and the best terms. And the price is now, terms are long-term. So are you working with an agent who's going to help you, get the best price and long-term best investment? Or are you working with somebody who's just going to take you out in their car, show you some homes, and submit some low offers that won't even get accepted? Do you want to waste your time, or do you want to look at great homes that fit your need, that you're going to submit offers on, strong offers on, and have a long-term savings? I don't even want to get into the benefits of the tax benefits right now. That's just a whole nother video on its own. I know clients who have been working with agents who are submitting lower offers, and they're still renting. They've been renting for a year and a half, and they're wondering why they're not getting the right home. And the reason why is because they're not submitting strong offers and negotiating the best terms. So if you want someone to help you, keep us in mind. Contact information is below. You can go to irvinerealestatelink.com. Check out my website for seller features, buyers features, and keep up with my blog and videos. Your comments are always greatly appreciated, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you so much.